Some of the things had actually paralleled migraine headache, and so the cause for concern wasn't necessarily there immediately. And then it was very immediate, and I was at work at the time. I had sort of scrambled back to my car, as people do when they're choking or vulnerable, right? We have this instinct to kind of move away from people. And so I'd moved to my car. I'd lost function on the right side of my body. Vision was tunnel. I was muffled hearing at that point. I was vomiting from both ends. It was quite a time, and it was actually through a call to my mother, letting her know that I wasn't feeling so well, that she recognized the signs, and she called for an ambulance, which picked me up shortly from my vehicle outside work.
Now, do you think that if you had a better understanding of the really specific things to look for, do you think that you would have maybe gotten help a little bit sooner?
I think it was tricky. I think I had had complex migraines, and I had been seeking medical attention for the 2 years sort of leading up. And later on, after the diagnosis of stroke, I found out that those were actually mini strokes, or TIAs. But there was some challenge in the diagnosis at that time. So I think we did the very best in my situation. But I think having that knowledge, absolutely, for anyone else, you know, if you can avoid having this experience, I mean, it's so important. Because of the cause of the stroke, which ended up being a mass in my heart, I was quickly having open heart surgery, and the focus and emphasis on my recovery became more cardiac than it was stroke related. So the disability was actually invisible to me as it was to others, and it was within a year's time that I was not able to manage at work, and I was having great pain. I, in fact, because of the pain, attempted to take my life. And so it was through that experience that I was able to be formally diagnosed with a visual impairment that is stroke-related, stroke-induced oscillopsia. So it's an everyday discomfort. It's, as we were speaking, you know, it's invisible, so it's hard to see, of course, but my visual field is constantly shaking. It causes dizziness and nausea, and doesn't allow for me to read screens or you know, do most intense cognitive tasks.
Well, it's